Hey, what is going on, y'all? How y'all doing today, man? This is Salon Boy Brick, aka Brick the Lyricist, and you all tuned into Onassis Gamings. We are back with a reaction from It's Complicated podcast. Somebody's been telling me that I should be doing a lot of these social debates or these social what do you want to call them? Like hot topics or something like that. They said that I have the voice for it, and I seem like I don't hold back when I'm talking. So, hey, man, you already know. One, I don't pre-record anything. None of this shit is edited. I am getting into the point where I could be able to have my soundboard right here, so that way you can get all the sounds right away. But until that time, I never edit anything, and I've never ever watched it. I don't do no research on it, as far as like I don't go watch it first and then try to come up with some topics so I can butter y'all up or try to switch up the mindset or anything like that. Like, I give it to y'all straight raw, coming straight from here as you're hearing it right now. So today I have It's Complicated podcast. The title of it is,
Do you think?
okay, what is a man? I mean, I don't know when this became a a question as to what a man is, because I guess with the feminist movement and everything that's going on, there's a lot of like talks about toxic masculinity and certain things like that and everything. So yeah, man, I don't know. We gonna find out, because the only question that I've ever heard was, what is a woman? And that was through when you had the transgender movement. It was during the Obama times, when people could identify as whatever the fuck they wanted to. Like, a man could just be identified as a woman, and we would have to call him a she or a miss or whatever. And it started a whole trend to where those type of people were actually saying, well, a woman isn't only defined by the fact that she can give birth. You know what I mean? Because there are plenty of women out there that can't give birth. Well, it's a very small minority of women that can't give birth, but the majority of women in the whole fucking world can give birth to kids. So when you think about it in that simplistic form, that's what a woman is. But that it's been a widely talked about topic about. I don't even want to get into it. We're going to hop right into this stuff. Anytime they answer, they'll ask a question, I'll answer it, and then that's when I hear some of the feedback from them. So let's rock out. You already know.
Do you think a man is less of a man if he can't change a flat tire?
Do you think a man is less of a man if he can't change a flat tire? That's a good one. I think with the nitty-gritty, hard, dirty jobs, the labor, back strain, pain type of work, I think that's what a man is built for, those type of jobs. You know what I'm saying? We're built to be able to do it. Not to say that women can't do it either, but I think that learning the basics of being able to control your life, because I think that's what really, honestly, that's what being a man is. Being able to control your life, your situations. You know what, right? You shouldn't get a flat tire and then you're sitting there having to call fucking AAA or wait for a mechanic when there's a spare tire in there. Most all cars have all the things that you need in there in order to be able to change a tire. Women should be able to do it too, but I think a man should know how to do it more. I do think, in a sense, it does make you less of a man, but not in a worthy sense. It makes me think that you didn't have enough male figures in your life to be able to teach you these things. You know, these are things that you should already know. Those are like basics of being a man, because like let me know if I'm wrong, man. But I think that it does make you less of a man if you're not able to change a tire, though. You have to learn how to do these basic things. Just like as a woman, not to say that men can't cook, but I think it's more so of a woman's duty to cook. You know what I'm saying? Men should learn how to cook too, because you're not always going to be in a relationship. Sometimes you're going to be on your own. You're going to be out in the wilderness. You got to learn how to do those things. It's no problem. That's not what I'm saying. But if you're in a relationship, Yeah, it should be more of the woman's job to be able to do that, because when the intruders or anything comes, or the flat tire goes out, or the electricity needs to be worked upon, and y'all ain't got the money for it, a man should know how to do these basic tasks, and that's one basic task that I think that you should learn as a man.
I do think so. Me and my roommates talk about it all the time, and that's one of the qualities we look for in a man, just to know that we can be safe and protected with them.
Is a woman less of a woman if she can't cook a meal from scratch?
Facts. Yes, she is. All right. Less of a woman, and you see, I didn't hesitate on that, but like I said, it's the same thing. A woman should know how to cook. A man should know how to do the task, and it's here and here's the more simple form of it, right? A woman that knows how to cook is very attractive to a man. A man that knows how to change tires and makes the woman feel secure is very attractive to a woman. Period.
No,
Why is there a difference?
because I don't know how to cook a meal from scratch. So,
What if a man doesn't know how to change a tire?
well, I guess it's okay, but if a man wants a woman who can cook, then they shouldn't date me.
Double standards. Let's rock.
What is a woman?
What is a woman?
All right. What is a woman? A woman is a biological female, one that reproduces, or ones that's able to give birth. All right. One that is able to give birth. One that naturally has a snatch, a VJ. One that naturally has boobs. That's a woman, in my opinion. Simplest form. That's what a woman is. You're able to give birth. You have a VJ and you have boobs. All right.
I think it's someone that is born female.
Someone who was born with female parts. To me, a woman is somebody that is beautiful inside and out, empowered, and inspires positive change in the world around her.
If a woman is an adult human female, why wouldn't an adult human male be the definition of a man?
Who says it's
If a woman is an adult female, why would an adult male be the definition of a man? I didn't understand that one. Hold on. Let me go back.
Inspires positive change in the world around her.
If a woman is an adult human female, why wouldn't an adult human male be the definition of a man?
Ah, exactly. I understand what you're saying. Damn, that is a good ass question. So the trend goes that a woman, you see how when I named a woman, I just basically gave like basic parts, right? Now, when you think of a man, you don't just say, "Oh, it's an adult human male." You say a man is someone that can provide, someone that can protect, someone that can do all these things. We never necessarily just look at the man in the simplest form. It's what he brings to the table, and the things that he has procured, his mindset that he has, the way that he treats the women or the people around him, how his peers treat him. Like, it's so much that comes with just being a man. And as far as when you talk about being a woman, it's just in that simple form to just say, well, she's an adult human female that was born a woman and has a VJ and can have kids and all of that. That is a good question. That is a good question. Even I do that though. Even I've done that. I've done the same thing. I've looked at, I never really, when you say a man, I don't never really look at it and say, oh, it's just an adult male. You know what I'm saying? Man with that has testosterone and carries sperm and has a beard, or I don't think about any of those things. We go into the qualities of what it takes to be a man, but we don't ever really go into the qualities of what it takes to be a woman. That is fucking smart.
who says it's not a definition of a man?
That is the definition of a man, right? Like,
What is the difference between a male and a man?
A male is someone who was born with male parts. Male is male is male is male. But to me, a man is somebody that is a protector, a provider, and makes you want to be that feminine woman for them. A man is really someone who's like
Crazy.
a developed masculine man who is like born and like developed and grown in society like as a man.
Well, why are there more burdens placed on a man to begin with?
Because that's how God designed us.
I come from a religious standpoint on it, so I think that girls are more emotional, right? So our role is to nurture and be there, while men are supposed to be the providers and work.
I think that depends on who you talk to, because you could say that there's burdens placed on women also.
Here we go.
What does masculinity look like if you're not religious, traditional, or conservative?
I feel that
What does masculinity look like if you're not religious, conservative, or whatever he said? He didn't say liberal, right? He said something else. But what does masculinity look like? Masculinity is just being able to demand the room, being able to be a leader, someone that guides their peers, someone that's able to protect, someone that's able to provide. That's what having that masculinity is. Someone that's able to control their destiny. You know, not every man or every male or every masculine male can be able to do that. We're not all the same. Not to say that we all don't have the qualities to be able to do that, but I think it's just a lot more of being masculine, being able to be masculine.
That, like if you're chivalrous, if you are a problem solver. For me as a woman, sometimes if I get overwhelmed, I just want my man to take over and be like, oh, thank God you helped me. Or if I feel like a man is someone that can help me figure out problems or help me through my day if, I'm ever feeling that I get stuck. So just someone that can help me a little bit.
Why are men defined by their role while women are defined by their existence?
I think women are also defined by their role.
And that is the
question. You ask. There's a lot of societal pressure, especially now in the day and age of social media. I myself often find comparing myself to others on social media. So I think it goes both ways. It just depends on who you ask.
Women introduce themselves to me. They'll say hi and we'll talk about it. And then it's like, oh, are you a mom? Or what do you do for your job? And so it's like, what is your role? Not just merely existing. So I think we get a lot of that too.
Do you think that men get joy and gratitude out of serving women, even if women don't reciprocate?
Oh, I think it depends on the reason that they're doing it.
A lot of men that I meet in my life, and maybe it's like a demographic thing, but I think men get satisfaction by like serving a woman.
Wrong. Men do not get satisfaction from serving a woman unless there are reciprocations at the end of that. Most men aren't out here to just be goody two-shoes and just provide for a woman and take them out and put their jacket on over a puddle for them or protect them when they're in the club and you're not my girl. Most men aren't out here doing that. If they're doing that, they're looking for some type of gratification in the end, or some type of reward, or some type of trophy at the end of that. They're not all just out of here just doing this just because it feels good to be able to protect the woman. It feels good to be able to have that woman feel comforted and safe and all of that. Fuck no. Hell no. There's always a reason behind it. Most men, there's always a reason. Some men, yes, they might just do it out of because they wanted the other woman to feel good. Nope. But for the most part, most of them are not. So yeah.
Woman and like leading a woman, and it just really depends on how they're raised, though.
Isn't that the definition of a simp?
You're right. I mean, the definition of a simp is like really like serving, like bowing down to your wife. But I think like masculinity.
It's not bowing down to your wife. Is doing that for any woman. That's doing that for any woman. If you out here serving a woman and you ain't getting nothing in return, you are a simp. Plain and simple. Because you're letting the women walk all over you to do whatever you want. You're willing to die for a woman that won't even provide for you, has benefited you in your life at all. Like, that's fucking crazy. That is fucking crazy. Like, that's 100% of a simp. But he hit that one on the head. Like, that one right there. Damn, that shit took the fucking goalpost. Oh shit.
Masculinity, it goes both ways. However, like, it still goes both ways. Like, women can still serve men as well, but I think like a masculine man is comfortable in his own skin to lead a woman.
Isn't that the definition of a simp?
Maybe, but we like simps.
Well, I don't know what a simp is.
Why is this girl lying? They like... Oh, no, actually, you know what? She might not be lying. They do like simps. Because simps give them all the benefits that they want, and they do not have to reciprocate that shit at all. Of course they like simps. Motherfucker that's going to take you out, pay for the meal. You don't have to sleep with him. You don't have to do anything. He'll give you money. He'll pay for your rent. He'll do all these things that a man or your boyfriend or your father would do for you, and you don't have to give him shit back. Hell yeah, they like that shit.
Would men still serve women if they knew they would never get that reciprocation?
Would they steal?
Fuck no. Hell to the no, we would not. Hell no. If there was no benefits, or even if I see, most men that do this is because they have the assumption, and men are predators, and not in a bad way. I'm just saying, like, we go for what we want, and we put that in our mind, and we will be patient until we get it. You know what I'm saying? For the most part. So most men that do that already have that in their mindset that, damn, there is a possibility that I might just be able to get some of this shit. I might just get some ass from her. Yeah, she's in a relationship. Yeah, she's messing with a whole bunch of toxic niggas. But if I continue to be her friend, if I continue when this nigga's dogs are out, and then I come and pick her up, if I continue to take her out, and I continue to buy her gifts and show her love and show her what a man is supposed to be, if I keep doing all these things for her and not getting anything in return, eventually my time will come. But if a man knew that there was no possibility, I guarantee you these niggas won't be out here doing all this shit. They wouldn't. I could be wrong. Are there some people out here that are doing that? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. There's a whole bunch of people out here that's probably doing that shit. Hell yeah. But I ain't one of them, and I'm pretty sure there's a whole bunch of them that are like 90%, 85%, 95% of men out here ain't gonna do that shit.
Steal or should they steal?
What do you think?
Well, they should steal.
I hope so. I think so.
Do you believe it's a man's duty to respect a woman regardless of how she treats him in return?
Yes, I think that's the right thing to do.
Yo, the motherfucking double standards are real. The motherfucking double standards are real. A man should treat a woman with respect regardless of how she treats him is crazy. Because I guarantee you, if you switch that, women would not be fucking with men that are being disrespectful to her. Oh my gosh.
Well, I mean, unless you're beating his ass, then probably not. But if you just drink a little too much and get a little crazy, there's no reason he should be mad at you because you're just having fun. And he needs to get a better personality.
Would men still serve women if they knew they would never
They
get
gotta
that
be in Texas or
reciprocation?
something.
No.
I've seen girls wearing cowboy hats.
Do you believe it's a man's duty to respect a woman regardless of how she treats him in return?
No.
No, I wouldn't do that based on gender. I think that respect is earned
Two smart
regardless of your
girls.
gender.
How can a man respect women without losing self-respect in the process?
I don't think you lose respect by respecting women. I think a man that respects a woman is more respectable.
What is the difference between a show horse and a plow horse?
Well, a show horse is like me.
Show horse can be a performance horse. Plow horse is like a working ranch farm horse.
Why does being physically stronger assign men the role of a plow horse while women are show horses on display?
Women are supposed to be praised and beautiful, and men are supposed to bring home the money.
A show horse is designed to be beautiful and pretty. A plow horse is a stockier build. That's where you're going to run into your drafts. They're comfortable, they're fun, they're cool little gentle giants, but at the end of the day, their job is to pull and push heavy objects, so they're going to have a bigger frame.
Why does being physically stronger assign men the role of a plow horse while women are show horses on display?
I don't think that women are show horses on display. I do like the idea of a man being a plow horse. I think that's quite funny. But women can be strong too. As a matter of fact, I lift 3 days a week at least, and it comes in handy working on a ranch. You have to be able to do things yourself as well, and I don't think it makes a man a workhorse, but I've seen some pretty guys too, so men can be show horses too, I suppose.
Does society shame men more for being strong and masculine, or does it shame men more for being weak?
It shames men more for being weak.
Yeah. There are repercussions to being a weak man. Or weak male. You could say that. There are more consequences to being a weak male. Because you have to be able to, as a man, being strong is probably one. And it's not only physical, it's emotional, spiritual, financial. Those type of strengths are definitely always correlated with being a man. You know, you have to be able, because you remember, you have to be able to control. If you cannot control your destiny, if you cannot control the things around you, then it's not easy being a man, because you have to have that emotional connection. You have to have that emotional control. Because certain things ain't going to go your way, and instead of you worrying about bitching and crying and scratching and yelling, it's about time to get off your fucking ass and be able to do what you need to do. That's how it's supposed to be. It's just a lot. It's a lot to it, man. But yeah, you know, strength comes in all different aspects, and it's definitely part of being a man.
It's definitely weak.
Yeah. Weak.
So being weak,
Why do you feel that way?
Is over.
I think we prefer stronger men. I don't know.
Why do people think that if you're not this macho alpha male, that means you want to put on a dress and wear makeup?
I personally don't think that. I think other people might think that because there's this air of like toughness that represents toughness, and that you somehow have to be more resilient that way.
Society really, really pushes men to be extremely macho. And that's not necessarily, it can also be like in a toxic way.
Some of the ones I know are very scrawny, short guys that don't look very hyper masculine. Some of them are very pretty too, some of them aren't. But to me, they're hyper masculine in the sense that they are the provider. They care about their woman, and their wives are absolutely gorgeous. So you can still get a beautiful woman as long as you're that man.
Like a man should still pursue and lead and like provide for a woman emotionally, not just financially, emotionally. And that's when a man is safe and secure in his own skin. However, I don't necessarily think like society thinks that if they're not necessarily there yet, they need to put on a dress, and they're like a little B word.
Can someone be masculine but not a man, or be a man but not masculine?
Depending on your definition of masculinity, yes.
So why is masculinity even applied to men in the first place?
I think gender constructs and what makes us comfortable as a society, not that it makes it right.
I think there's different levels of how masculine a man can be, but that doesn't not make him a man.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Why is there so much confusion about what a woman is, but everyone seems to know what a real man is?
Because you're asking the women about who a real man is?
Again.
Nah, what the heck? Nah, I think the confusion, there's no confusion about a woman, because there is no burner performance for women. All right? Women are praised for existing, whether they do good things or bad things. I think now in the era that we're living in, it's starting to change a little. But before, women were never held to a higher standard than what they have. But I think a lot of males are being held to a certain higher standard, so they've always been held to a higher standard. Shit, most of the wars that were fought and the reason why society is the way it is because of strong masculine men that were tough and they were out there doing what they needed to. So, it's like the men now have to men have a higher standard than women, so that's why women aren't really judged on the things that they on how they are and stuff like that. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
And I think like cultural constructs of men needing to provide or needing to be in the position of provision.
When you ask a woman what she wants in a man, she's going to define that traditional role, I believe, most of the time. Do we want the show horse or do we want the plow horse? I mean, there's, of course, at least a little bit of truth in the fact that we do kind of want a show horse, too. There's nothing that breaks my heart more than seeing a beautiful woman, and I've seen it here at the NFR, beautiful woman walking around, dressed to the nines, makeup, hair done, on point. And then her man's walking around in gym clothes. So when you ask a woman what she defines as a man, you're going to get a little bit more of an accurate representation versus if you ask anybody else about what defines a woman, you're going to get 1,000,001 questions and answers all in the same statement.
Why can a woman be whatever she wants, but a man is clearly defined?
I would argue that it also is that way for women because a lot of times it's you have to either be a mother or in the workforce, that you're not allowed to have crossover.
What constitutes a weak man versus a strong man?
I think a strong man is someone who can show up confidently as himself and answers to himself. And a weak man is someone who feels like they have to put other people down or treat people poorly.
Damn. What constitutes a strong man and what constitutes a weak man? All right. So this is going to be the last question. This is going to be the last one that I answer, and then I'm going to actually stop this video. I won't always go through them all because I try not to go past the 30-minute mark. But what constitutes a strong man is just like she said, man, someone that demands, someone that controls his destiny, someone that can not demand respect, but he just earns it. He just gets respect. What constitutes a weak man is someone that has to adhere to, that doesn't have any control over himself, has no discipline, has no self-control, has no self-awareness, he's not emotionally intact and things like that. We all get emotional. It's not only a woman thing. It's more majority of women, but males, we get emotional too and all of that. But we know that because society looks at us more to be a certain way, we have to have a lot more control. We have to have a lot more focus. We have to be able to know how to help ourselves before we can help others. Weak men look to get help from others as opposed to actually being able to internalize it and help themselves. That is my definition of that, man. You already know. This is Salon Boy Brick, a.k.a. Brick Delivers. Oh, Nasus Gamings. If you would love for me to do more reactions like this, because I think I love this one too. Like I said, somebody recommended this to me. It's the first time of me really trying it. I've done a few of these before, but they was asking me where they've been, so that's why I wanted to come out and I wanted to drop one. Hey, let me know what y'all think, man. Should I drop more reactions like this? I have other podcasts and stuff that I would love to be able to discuss these type of topics with. So, it ain't going to change nothing, man. But I appreciate you guys for being here. Do not forget to dream big, play hard, live good, stay blessed, stay humble, stay focused, keep rocking, keep doing your thing. You already know I appreciate it and I love you guys. Always I love you guys, man, because you guys have been supporting me for so long. We're on that road to 100, to a K. We almost there. We keep pushing the algorithm. Do not forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Keep showing love. We're going to keep doing our thing. As always, this is Salon Boy Brick. This is Onassis Gamings, and I love you guys. Peace.